Hey guys, welcome back. My name is Michael McCarville. This is Fun with Fallen Flags, episode 48. If you're interested in other episodes, then join my video channel on YouTube or the Facebook group I have. I'll include links in the description to this video down below, so check those out. So anyway, the coaling tower came out great, and I had scratch built a couple of sanding towers, but I think these look a little more like diesel era. So I'm going to relegate these to a diesel platform, and instead I'm going to put sand delivery pipes on one side of the coaling tower. This side of the coaling tower looks great, lots of ladders and stuff to look at. The other side's kind of barren, so I'm going to put the sanding towers on that backside. Also, ladders that go everywhere, stairs go all over this thing so you can get to the big roof, but getting to the smaller roof is kind of difficult, so I think there ought to be some way for them to jump down here and service it. It's a bit of a jump now, so I'm going to install a small brass ladder down here. So that's our project, so let's get to it. First thing we're going to do is we're going to add some sand lines from up in the sand bin in the top of this coaling tower. We're going to run one down this way, run one down this way, and then we'll do a third one that'll go down all the way through here so we can get to all three tracks with sand lines. And then much like the episode we did for the sanding tower, with these rubber lines we took from headphones, we're going to add some of those hoses to drop down a little ways on all three of these lines. Okay, to start with, we need 3 holes for these pipes to come out of the wall. So we're going to put them right here in the center, centered under the window. So I'll drill 3 holes here. Then I need to cut lengths of this plastic Evergreen Models pipe material, and I'm going to cut those to length so they terminate properly, and give them little bends at the top end so they come out of the wall and the bottom. I'll drill that, cut these to length, form the ends, and then we'll take a look at painting and weathering. Okay, we've got our 3 holes drilled, the pipes are formed, and I gave them a quick shot of silver and then a little bit of black spray on top of it. So we're going to go ahead and rust these up a little bit with some weathering powder. This one right here is going to go under the ladder. We have to be careful that we don't pop the ladder off. So that one will be a little touchy, but I've already test fit it and we're going to be okay. So we're going to go ahead and rust these up, and once that's done, we'll glue them in place and go on to the hoses. Okay, we've got our 3 pipes formed, base coat of silver, and we're going to apply some rust powder on these guys. Make them look as grimy as possible. The fixative that we're going to use on top of them is we're going to use dull coat, Tester's dull coat. We're going to do this a couple of times, so we'll do this in layers, which if you've watched any of my previous videos, you know I like to add over time, don't saturate it. So there's a video for the sand towers that are freestanding ones for the diesel platform, and then there's the entire build for the coaling tower as well. If you're interested in checking out those, go back to the channel. I'll leave some shortcuts in the post here. Okay, so that's really all we're going to do. We're going to do this a couple of times until we get a rusted, weathered, blackened pipe look that we like. A lot of rust on there, mostly black. Now these pipes are going to hang down, so they're going to be close to where the steam engines are coming in and out. So the bottoms are going to be a lot more blackened than the top. The tops are going to be a lot more rusted. So let me do that to these two. Shoot them with dull coat. Probably apply it a second time, and then we will glue these on. Okay, after having done this with the scratch built sand towers that I did a video on, I know it's kind of a pain to get the rubber hoses onto this plastic tubing, and I'm certainly not going to try to do that while the tubing is mounted to the building. So I'm mounting the rubber tubing, which all this is essentially came off of a set of old headphones that are dead. So took the wiring out of the center, so I just have a very, very small rubber tube. Works perfectly for this, to scale and everything. So I'm going to attach the other two and go ahead and then just glue these onto the building, and we'll take a look. Alright, so that step is done. We've got the sanding pipes mounted in the holes at the top. They run down the side of the building, and they stop at the service platforms with the rubber sanding hoses connected at the bottom. It gives a nice visual interest to the side of the building that was otherwise blank. So let's go and work on the next project. Alright, so now that that's done, and I love the way it looks, so we've got coal and sand, and we'll have water stand pipes. So the steam engines facility is all going to be very self-contained, and we'll work on the diesel facility as well. But we already have the coaling tower, we have the sand pipes coming down from it, we have the stand pipes that we built earlier from the steel water tank that we weathered. So this is done. There is one other thing that I wanted to add though. As you run around the tower here, the stairs get you everywhere you need to be. You can service the roof section, but it's difficult to get to this roof section, so I just want to add a little piece of brass ladder right here. And all I did was take a piece of precision scale brass ladder material, and all I did was cut it off just short of one of the rungs, and then put some little hooks on the end, bent the ladder ends so that it can hook onto, and then I put a piece of wood on the bottom, 4x4 HO scale material, and it's just going to hook onto the railing, the middle railing here. So let's go ahead and prime and paint that, slap some rust on it, something to match what's already on here for the railing, and then we'll glue it into place and we'll see how it looks. After priming it, I used Vallejo Rust Texture Paint 73.821, and this step is done. Alright, we're going to call that the end of this project. So the sandpipes are done, got the little ladder that I wanted to add in the back, and I don't think I'm going to go back and work on this anymore, because every time I do it always ends up being a lot more work. So cooling tower's done again. So thanks you guys for watching. There will be some links in the description for this video, so go ahead and check out the Facebook group and the YouTube channel. And once again, I appreciate you guys watching, and we will see you next time.